I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Ravens squeeze out a 4-point victory. The Jaguars generated some decent numbers for a team ranked at the bottom of the league, but they still ended up losing this week. John Kitna went to the end zone 4 times and helped his Bengals beat the Falcons. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Saints pick up their 3rd win of the season. Right by Lady Liberty in New York, we had the Jets come away with a 7-point win. Down in Tempe, Arizona, we had the Cardinals fall by 10 points. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Roosevelt Colvin sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. He'll be out for the rest of the regular season. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Ronaldo Hill is probably the one that most leaps out at you. Doctors confirming the worst this week, a torn hamstring. And that'll put him out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Chiefs, Giants. Trent Green is always tough to cover inside the red zone. The ball at the 18-yard line, and there's a little room at the 2. Touchdown! The Chiefs go on to win this by the final score of 30-17. The Eagles defense had a ton of sacks in their victory at Lincoln Financial Field. The Seahawks won at home and will have time to savor the victory as next week is their bye. The 49ers drop yet another game and are really struggling on and off the field. Jake the Snake Plumber threw 3 strikes to the end zone and helped his Broncos beat the Raiders. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Patriots win their 5th game of the season. Rams, Texans. Mark Bolger is always tough to cover inside the red zone. The ball at the 18-yard line, and there's a little room at the 2. Touchdown! The Rams win this one by the final score of 27-9. And in our final game, we had the Vikings come away victorious. So that'll just about do it. But before we go, I'm going to toss out a few game balls to my prime-time players. Each and every one of these men had a week to remember. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.